again another video of mine. You're watching Aman here on Taur Beauty. So in today's video, I wanted to create this look here for you guys. This is just a fun springtime date night kind of look. So I have already moisturized my face off camera. I just applied some Nivea. I will attach a picture or something so you guys know exactly which one I use. And then I've also applied some Carmax. I apply the original pot one because I don't like the one that you squeeze out. I feel like that one doesn't do as good of a job as this one. So recently, if you guys are watching this during the coronavirus time, it has just been total lockdown, so I haven't really been going out wearing a lot of makeup. Only if I'm filming a look or taking a nice picture or something like that, I will put some makeup on. Other than that, it's just a waste. So because of that, my skin has really been drying out because I've been really bad, not doing any skincare. I've not been applying any cream when I'm straight out of the shower. So now I am trying to do that because my skin was literally burning the other day. All around here, I was so dry. So I'm trying to apply more moisturizer and apply more Carmax because my lips were literally chapped as well. So also because of this whole kind of a quarantine lockdown situation we have got going on, my eyebrows look hideous. I usually get my eyebrows done, I think, once a month. Now it has been a hot minute because I got my eyebrows done, I think, about 3 weeks before Avni was born, and now it's been 5 weeks since she's been born, so it's been 2 months since I've had my eyebrows done. I've plucked what I can kind of see around here, but I've got a lot of baby hairs around here, so let's see what we're gonna do. But without any further ado, let's get into the makeup.
So for the primer, I will be using the YSL Blur Primer just to help smoothen out my skin and prep it for my foundation. And the foundation which I'll be using today is a mix of the Estee Lauder and the Huda Beauty foundation. I shall link my shades down below in the description bar.
So the blend of these two foundations has got to be by far my favorite combo of foundation. Unfortunately, my hood is running a little bit low, so I've been trying to use more of the kind of Estee Lauder double wear foundation, but oh my god, the Huda Beauty foundation has definitely got to be my favorite foundation. I remember when I originally bought the foundation, I wasn't too keen on the foundation because I thought the foundation was too thick, and I found the texture and just the foundation itself, I just found it really thick, but the coverage for the foundation is so good. And honestly, when I started wearing the Huda Beauty foundation, like I said, I wasn't too keen on it, but the compliments I received from people, they said my face kind of was more on the glowy side and my face looked so much better with this foundation. So since then, I've absolutely been loving this foundation. So now that the foundation is done, I am now going to go in with a concealer. And I've been using this concealer quite a lot recently just because it's such a thick consistency. So this is the Dose of Color Concealer, and I have got this in a shade 18. I still feel like this is kind of like, it is a perfect shade for me, but I do wish that I kind of had a shade lighter because I do want to conceal my under eyes, but what I really want to do is brighten up my under eyes. That's kind of what I really wanted to use this concealer for, the brightening side, because I feel like I've got a lot of dark circles, and definitely it would have been nice to just kind of get a concealer which will really brighten up that area. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of my Maybelline Fit Me concealer just because this is a little bit brighter. Not that you guys can kind of tell, but this is just a little bit brighter. So I'm just gonna really brighten up the under eyes.
So as I've mentioned to you guys previously, you never have to add this much concealer or foundation on. I just love to have a full coverage look, hence I always apply this much. And then just using my damp beauty blender, I am just going to blend all of this concealer out. And I just love how the Dose of Colors concealer just really blends out so well. It's a kind of medium coverage concealer, I would say, medium to kind of full coverage. It really gives that coverage to hide all of my under eyes. So if you guys don't follow me on my Instagram, please do follow me, and you guys will be able to see on there when I do post my no makeup faces how much of kind of the dark circles I have, and this concealer just covers them up really well. And then I am going to go in and start baking my face, and not literally, but I'm just going to be using the Kat Von D translucent powder just to prevent any fallout onto my face when I do go in with my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to use my beauty blender today to just kind of pat this all over my under eyes. And then I am going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm just taking the shade Raw Sienna first, and I'm just going to apply that all over the crease with this kind of a big blending brush. You guys can always go in with a smaller brush just to make sure you guys really get that in, especially if you're not used to applying eyeshadow. But I'm just going to use this shade and just apply this all over my crease just to prep it for the rest of the eyeshadow. And as you guys can see, I just take my sweet old time, so I go back and forth into this shade and just apply this all over my crease. I just want to make sure I've got enough on there. And then going in with another blending brush, I'm just going to blend this all over my eye. So if you guys do watch any eyeshadow tutorials, you guys will know the more blending you do, the slower you are, the lighter hand you use, the better your eyeshadow looks, and it just doesn't look too dark. And then before I went in with any more eyeshadow, if you guys can see, I'm just going to do my eyebrows. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow powder for this, and I use the shade Ebony. So I'm just going to go in using this Zoeva eyebrow brush and just do out my eyebrows. Now please excuse my eyebrows because they are a very big hot mess. As I just mentioned to you guys, it's that lockdown time and it's been way too long since I have had them done. I am trying to pluck them out as much as I can, but they still look like a mess. So I just went in and just really thickened up my eyebrows. I just love those thick eyebrow looks, so this is what kind of I have been going for quite a while. But again, you guys can just change around your makeup the way you guys want to. So just really making sure the front bits look really nice. And then I am going to go in with the shade Red Ochre. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And I'm just going to pat this onto the outer corner of my eye. And I'm saying pat this in a very kind of strong way, because you do not want to smudge your eyeshadow onto your outer corner. You just really want to pat this on because you're going to go in and blend this out, and if you start smudging now, it's going to look like a hot mess, trust me. So you just want to pat this onto your eye really nice and slowly, again going back and forth with the color, making sure you pat off the excess powder just so it gives your eyes that lovely blended look. And this was meant to be a kind of a springtime date night look, but then I just kind of went in with some sort of date night look rather than it kind of being springy. And I just felt like doing some cool tones and some browns. But I absolutely love this palette and it's amazing how it is. And then I'm just going to kind of start blending this out with the original first brush I used to apply the Raw Sienna shade. This is just going to help blend in some of the Raw Sienna colour onto my eyes as well. And then I am going to go in with Cypress Umber, and this is what's really going to make your outer corners pop out, and this is what's giving your eyes that beautiful smoky look. And I absolutely love how this kind of eyeshadow just turned out. It was so random, and I just love how this palette has all of these kind of cool toned smoky colours to give you this look. And then just going back in with my blending brush with a very light hand, I am going to go ahead and blend out to the outer corner just to make sure everything is nice and blended and I've got that really nice smoky look going on. Then I am going to take the shade Tempera and I'm just going to apply this onto the inner corners, kind of taking this halfway on my eyelid. So I'm kind of creating a cut crease without doing a cut crease. So this just really helps to kind of just really bring out your eyes even more and just to give that smokiness an even better kind of smoky look. Just a nice evening date night look. And then I go in again with the same brush which I used for raw sienna, and I'm just going to kind of blend this out just so it doesn't look too harsh and everything is nicely blended out. And then I will be taking this brush from Morphe. This is kind of like a concealer powder brush, a very small one. And then I'm just going to brush away all of the excess powder. And as you guys can see, the excess powder kind of just on my skin, and you're just using that baking has really kind of brightened up my under eyes. And then I do go over it with my beauty blender just to make sure all of that powder is patted into my face. Again, if you guys can see it, I am patting in all of that powder into my eyes rather than kind of just brushing it away, just because I want to make sure that it lasts me all day. And then I go in with my mascara, and I'm going to start prepping my lashes for my eyelashes, which I will do a little later on. The mascara which I am using is a L'Oreal mascara. I'm not quite sure of what it's called, but you can just use any mascara that you want. And then today I will also be applying some of the eyeshadow onto my lower lash line as well. So this I'm doing in the opposite which I did to the top eyes. So first I am taking a bit of the Cypress Umber, and I'm just going to apply this onto the outer corner. And then I am going to go in with the red ochre and just apply this kind of towards the middle part of my lower lash line. And then I went back in with the raw sienna and applied that kind of on the inner corners, just to make sure I've got everything looking the exact same as the top, just to make sure that everything kind of links. So if you guys saw, I linked my lower lash line with the shadow to the higher parts of my eye, just to make sure everything kind of just goes in well. And then I am going in with my bronzer, and the bronzer which I am using today is a Hoola bronzer in Caramel. And I'm just going to apply this on my cheeks and some onto my jaw as well, just to really give myself that contoured look and to just really sharpen up my features, especially for a date night where you're going to be taking pictures. I just really want my face to look super structured, so I'm just going to go in and really bronze up and contour my face. You guys can see it's really making my face look sharp, and it's already made my jaw look really nice and sharp as well. But again, the key thing is to make sure you really blend this out well. You don't want this to look ashy, and you don't want it to look like you've just applied it all in one place. And then I'm going to go in with my Ofra blusher, and this one is in Rendezvous. So I'm just going to apply this all over my cheeks. And what I love about this blusher is that it's not too different from my bronzer. So the two together really nicely blend in, and they just kind of really just look good together. So they kind of just rub off each other, and this kind of just doesn't make my makeup look too ashy. So I'm just going to blend all of that into my cheeks. And then for my inner corners of my eyes, I didn't actually show you guys what I'm using, but I'm taking the color Vermeer, also from the same palette, and I'm just going to apply this into my inner corners, my tear ducts, just to really bring out my eyes, give it a pop. I'm just looking for a super glowy and a super highlighted face for my date night, just to make sure when I take my pictures and everything, my face just looks so nice and highlighted, just a little bit like a dream. So just really making sure my face is nicely highlighted. And I'm just going to apply some of this onto my brow bone as well, just to kind of really make my eyes pop out even more. And then just using my Pixie face mist, I'm just going to apply this all over my face as well. So now, as I have just applied my face mist, I am going to go in with my highlighter, and the palette which I am using is the Spiced Velvet palette from Ofra Cosmetics. And I will be taking the two shades Barley and Blissful and just applying this onto my cheeks, onto my temples, some onto my nose, and some also onto my chin as well.
Okay guys, so that is my face all highlighted and pretty much most of my face is done. So we're just going to go into lips whilst my lashes are here drying. So the lashes which I will be wearing are the TL4. So wish me luck, because I don't ever usually put on lashes without having an eyeliner on, because I'm never the best person for that. But let's get onto lips. So the combo which I'm hoping that will go, because I actually cannot find the other lip liner, but it should work, is the Kiko lip liner in 536 and the Smashbox lipstick in, I was about to call this Always On, the Smashbox lipstick in Deep Thoughts. So I have recently been loving the Smashbox liquid lipsticks. They are really good, to be honest. So I'm just going to line my lips quickly. So see, it's a really nude. So now I am just going to apply my lipstick. So see, this is a little bit lighter than the lip liner, but it works out really well. So now that is the lipstick done, just gonna go off camera, apply some lashes, straighten my hair, and I'll be right. Okay guys, so I feel like I look so different from the previous clip, but I promise you it's just me. The makeup look is basically all finished, so this is how it looks, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of a pop just to the eyes. So like I told you guys in my previous video, sometimes I do go in with a white coil liner, whatever you want to call it, just to kind of brighten up the eyes. I just think it gives the extra little touch, especially because they're quite smoked out. So I'm going to go in with this one. This one is from NYX. It's just a, it's waterproof extreme shine eyeliner. So I'm just going to go in. The only thing with NYX products is I find that they dry out. So I'm just going to do this on my hand, scribble on my hand with the liner, and then go in to my eyes. And there you go, that's all I'm gonna add. I'm not gonna go in too harsh. Plus with me, so now I'm just gonna go back in with some highlighter. I just feel like, I know I've got a lot of highlighter on, but I feel like I wanna give a little bit more of a highlight. So I'm gonna go in with my Becca highlight. This is in the color Prosecco Pop. So I'm just gonna go in. So see, you guys can see when I move back that, boy, I've already got, okay, maybe I've got too much highlighter on now. But there you guys can see how much, when I go a bit down, you guys can see more of the highlight. But yes, so this is basically all of my makeup. So I've straightened my hair, but I've just kind of pinned my hair back very kind of loosely. Okay guys, so this is the final finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me create this makeup look for you guys. I had a lot of fun creating this makeup, and I'm definitely gonna wear this out, especially with my outfit now that I've lost some of my baby weight and I'm no longer pregnant. So I cannot wait for this lockdown to kind of no longer be a lockdown. So I will definitely be going out wearing this outfit. But I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing this look. Don't forget, if you guys enjoyed seeing how I created this look, then don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and whilst you're there, hit the notification bell as well, so every time I upload a new video, you guys are made aware. But before I get out of here, there's also my Instagram, so if you guys don't follow me, do follow me on my Instagram page. I do post daily content, so you guys can catch up and see a little bit more about my life there. But that will be it from this video, and I will see all of you lovelies in my next video. Bye guys!